Assalamu alaikum. I hope every student is in good health. And I hope you all are sitting with the books. So now open your books and today you will study the poem of Unit 2, The Rebel. Let's begin with the class. So before starting the poem, let's first see who is the rebel. A person who refuses to accept the government's power and uses force to oppose it. So, what does it say? That a person who is against and not willing to accept maybe the a rule or the law made by the government. That person is against the government and they make up a team to go against government. Okay, so the who is rebel? A person who refuses to accept the government's power, who refuses to follow the government, and who is always against it. Then the other meaning of it is a person who opposes authority and thinks or behaves differently. So, who is the rebel? A person who is always against the authority. Somebody having some power. For example, if it is in a company, they may be against the managers or the owner of the companies. Okay, so the rebels, they are always against the commoners or they behave differently. Their viewpoint is different from the general people. Okay. So now let's begin with the poem The Rebel, which is written by D.J. Enright. Dennis Joseph Enright, who was a British academic, poet, novelist, and critic. He wrote a wide range of essays, reviews, anthologies, children's books, and poems. Now we already know the meaning of rebel. So in this poem, you're going to go through some examples which would show you the difference between the general ones and the rebel. What will be the perception of a rebel if this is the situation? So let's begin with the poem. When everybody has short hair, the rebel lets his hair grow long. When everybody has long hair, the rebel cuts his hair short. Now, we saw in the definition of rebel that they behave differently. So, they are always different from the general people. So, when everybody, it means when the people around the rebel, when they want short hair, when they are having short hair, what will a rebel do? He lets his hair grow long. He will be having long hair. And when everybody is having long hair, he will have short hair. So that is how the rebel will look different. When everybody talks during the class, the rebel doesn't say a word. Now, the another example is if you are talking about a rebel in the classroom. So, how will be the rebel in the classroom? When everybody in the class is talking during the lesson, it means they will be discussing something. So everybody participates in the discussion, right? So when everybody is discussing about the lesson, what will a rebel do? He doesn't say a word. It means the rebel is just sitting quietly and listening others. And when nobody talks during the lesson, the rebel creates a disturbance. So, what do we understand? That in the first case, when everybody used to talk, the rebel was silent. Now, when everybody is silent during the lesson, it means nobody is saying a word. And that time, what happens? There is a rebel creating a disturbance. Disturbance means an interruption in between the class. Some disturbance that when everybody is quiet, the rebel will ask a question or discuss about something, right? So this is how it is shown that it's not that the rebel is always against the government. You can find rebel anywhere around you. Okay, and they will be always different from the common group. Now moving to the next stanza. When everybody wears a uniform, the rebel dresses in fantastic clothes. Now, we are talking about the dressing style of a rebel. How will they look? So, if there is some gathering or something, now over here, uniform, we does not mean school uniform. We just mean the dressing style of people. So, when everybody wears a uniform, now when there is a gathering and everybody is wearing some formal dress, and that time, how will be the rebel dressing? He will be in a fantastic clothes. He will be in a very informal clothes, right? It means he will be dressed in a very strange way, which will be odd out of all the ones who are wearing the same kind of dress. And when everybody wears fantastic clothes, the rebel dresses soberly. So again, the rebel does the opposite. It means when everybody has planned to wear some fantastic clothes, get ready and look different, and that time, what will a rebel do? He will come in a very simple manner clothes. He'll be dressed soberly. Soberly means he'll be very simple. He will be looking very simple. So, what did we understand from this? That even from the dressing style of a person, we can come to know in a gathering, we can come to know that yes, this is a rebel. How? That they will be always looking different from the commoners. So, till now in the stanzas, we saw that first about the hair of the rebel, that will be always different from how the others prefer. Second, we saw the rebel in the classroom. Third, we saw how the rebel would dress. Now, let's see. In the company of dog lovers, the rebel expresses a preference for cats. In the company of cat lovers, the rebel puts in a good word for dogs. Now, if there are people talking about the dog, it means everybody over there loves the dog as a pet. So what will the rebel do? He will express a preference, means he will tell his liking for cats. At that time he will support love for cats, not for dogs. And when everybody around him prefers and talks about cat, the rebel says good words, means would prefer talking about dogs as pets. So in this stanza, we saw that when people prefer dogs, talking good about dogs, that time the rebel will express his love for cats. And when everybody will speak for cat, the rebel will talk for dogs. So, from this stanza, we come to know that his choice, his preference, his liking will also be different from the other people. Now, let's see what would the rebel do when we talk about weather. When everybody is praising the sun, the rebel remarks on the need for rain. So now when everybody is praising the sun, it means when everybody is talking nice about the sun, it might be a sunny day, everybody is praising, everybody is talking nice that yes, it is a very fine sunny day. And that time what will a rebel do? He will remark on the need for rain. It means he will tell the needs for the rain. That time he will want for rain. When everybody is greeting the rain, the rebel regrets the absence of sun. Now, when finally it's raining and everybody is welcoming the rain, what will a rebel do? at that time he will want sun to shine in the sky. He will regret. It means he feels sorry that the sun is not there. He feels sorry for the absence of sun in the sky. So we saw in this stanza that when everybody is preferring or saying good about sun, the rebel will want rain. And when everybody is welcoming rain, the rebel will feel the absence of the sun. So again, we saw how the rebel behaves differently when talking about weather. When everybody goes to the meeting, the rebel stays at home and reads a book. When everybody stays at home and reads a book, the rebel goes to the meeting. Now, we'll talk about the preference of people and the rebel when staying at home. So, now when everybody is moving around, having meetings, and it's time for the work. At that time, what will a rebel do? The rebel will prefer to stay at home and read a book. And when everybody is staying at home and having off or enjoying, a rebel will like to have a meeting at that time. So again, we saw that when everybody likes to work, the rebel likes to rest. When everybody is resting at home, the rebel wants to work. So this is again the difference in how the rebel behaves when we are talking about the work. Moving to next stanza, when everybody says yes please, the rebel says no thank you. When everybody says no thank you, the rebel says yes please. So now suppose if somebody is offering something, so at that time the other people would say yes please, and at that time the answer of the rebel will be no thank you. And when everybody will say no, the rebel will say yes. So again, we saw the difference that when everybody is at the point of saying yes, the rebel would say no. And this is how again we saw the difference of the rebel. So, till now in the stanzas, we saw that with every situation, how would a rebel react? Yes? So, first was preference for hair. When everybody has short, he will have long. When everybody will have long, he will have short. The next we saw that when everybody is silent in the class, the rebel will be talkative. When everybody is talking, the rebel will be silent. And the other example we saw regarding the dressing style. When everybody is formal, he will wear fantastic clothes, and vice versa. The other example we saw was of loving cat or dog. Again, the rebel had the different perception. Then, regarding the weather, also, when everybody wanted rain, he wanted sun. When everybody was praising sun, he wanted rain. Yes, and then we saw regarding the work that when everybody is working, he is staying home. When everybody is at home, the rebel is working. And last we saw the preference of saying yes or no. When everybody is saying yes, please, the rebel will say no, thank you, and the opposite. So, it is very good that we have rebels. You may not find it very good to be one. So, what does this last line of the paragraph of the poem say? It is very important, and it says, it is very good that we are having rebels among us. And why it is very good? Because they are always different. They behave differently from the commoners if you compare. So, in every situation, every point of view, if we have rebels, they will come up with a different viewpoints. right? And the points which they come with will be always different from the general thinking, and that will help us to go in a situation which we couldn't think, and help us view the situation with a different direction. So that is why it is very good that we have rebels amongst us. If we never had rebels, what would happen? Each and every person in this world will be going in one direction. Everybody will be following the same. But because we have rebels, there are many, many different viewpoints of one thing. One situation can be seen with different dimensions just because there are people with different thinking, different behavior. So, and what is the last line saying? Though it is very good that we are having rebels, but you will not like to be one of them. Now, why would you not like to be one of them if rebels are, giving us such a benefit? Why wouldn't you like to be a rebel? Just because we don't find majority of people who are against the commoners, right? There is a small group of rebels. Okay, so if you are in that small group, what will happen? Maybe others would boycott. Maybe others will not let you in their group. Why will not they let you in the group? Just because they would think that this person is always against us. This person will always do different. This person will not follow us, not follow what we say. So, what would others do? They will boycott. So, that is why what we think, that we don't want to look different from others. We are same as others. So, what does this line say? It is good that you are having rebels in a positive way, right? But we would not like to be one of them. It means we would not like to be rebel. Okay? So it is not bad to be different from others. It is good that you have your own point of view regarding any situation. That is what we learn from this poem. I hope you understood this poem well, but if you still have any doubt regarding this poem, you are free to ask, and if you have any doubts, you can mention your doubts in the comment section. We make sure that your doubts are clear. Now, here are some meanings of the words. When you go through the poem, go through these meanings so that you understand it in a better way. So here we finish with Unit 2 poem The Rebel. I hope you enjoyed it. See you soon in the next video.